of the series. Sorry about the late start, just had a few problems, so we'll go on board with the McLaren of Gogo as he starts his hot lap. A little bit behind, but didn't miss too much. We'll get up his timing now for you guys. Nope, that's the wrong one. The lap data is what we want. There we go. So he is going out on the mediums to start us off. Not the biggest of grid today, but we'll make do with what it is. So as we see him coming through the first sector, oh no, he's already gone through the first sector. I'm miles behind. We'll just see what lap he can get down first of all. We should probably up the map, shouldn't we, just in case he does invalidate. There we go. So coming through the air section now. Really easy to invalidate as he does invalidate through there, so quite unlucky for him. We'll go on board with the Aston Martin and Ninja Penguino. He good through that, but he also invalidates through the S. Go on board with the hash driver of Scott Prowl. I believe he was top 3 last time in the qualifying, so we can. Oh no, he was pole. He was pole last time in qualifying. So we'll see what he can do this time round. As he's coming through the S section, looking rather smooth, and he doesn't invalidate, so keeping it together through there. So good job to him through there. So it looks like he will be setting down a very decent time because it doesn't look like it's a slow time at all, as Car's just quickly getting out of his way there. A little bit tight going into the last sector, but it's nevertheless still looking like a decent starter time, as Naylor does a 118.7 for the first lap and Scroll does a 116.277, so a good time from him, good banker time. That's a good time to start on, absolutely. So we will hop on board with somebody else now. We will go on board with the other Haas, as it looks like he will be coming to the end of his hot lap. He is on the medium tyres, so it looks like a few drivers opt in for the medium tyre compound. Maybe they can push it to a one stop, but I'm not sure how strategy goes around here. But a 117.8 on medium tyres, that's not bad at all. Ahead of the Aston Martin on Mohammed, I believe he is on the softs, and so is Naylor. Looks like he is now on the medium compound, and as we see there, the McLaren of Gogo setting a 119.5. But we'll go back on board with the Alpine of Creason, as looks like he's coming to the end of his hot lap. And looks like I've missed that there, but Ninja Penguino is set at 116.6. Just keeping it together on the final corner. What time's it going to be? It doesn't look to be the fastest. At 119.5, just narrowly ahead of Gogo, who is on a hot lap. We will stay on board with Mohammed as he is improving on his times. Going through the S section, keeping it together. You don't want to invalidate through there. I'm sure the reward will become for those who take the risk of fully sending it through there. As there's definitely 3-4 attempts to be gained if you go full throttle through that middle sector. But coming to the end of his hot lap, it does look to be like it is going to be an improvement. But what's the time? It's a 117.6, so that is enough to put him into P3 as of right now. We will now go on board with Lewis de Beaker, as he has just started his hot lap and has not got one down yet, so we'll see what he can do. So coming up to the S section now, it's very tricky to invalidate, as we know, but we'll see what he can do on the soft compound as well, so he will have more grip than the medium tyres through here, which is definitely a huge benefit. Keeping it together, it looks like he doesn't actually invalidate. He does run a little bit wide, but the game did not see it as an advantage in any way, so he's still got his lap time down, so we'll see what he can do here. Going through the final couple corners now, looking rather smooth. A little bit of a wobble on the back end there, but it doesn't look like it affected him too much. He's going to come over the line, and it's going to be a 116.5, so that is enough to put him in second place. So a very good time indeed from the Ferrari. And speaking of the Ferrari, we will go on board with Why Not Beast, who has just set fastest sector 1. So we'll see what his teammate can do here. It's now coming through the S section, just don't want to invalidate. But it looks to be he's doing a good job. As he does not run wide, it looked like he was going to, but then again he didn't. Looks like he has just set faster sector 2 as well, so he is on a flying lap. He's just got to keep it together for this last sector now. Going around the last corner, it's looking like it's going to be a low 116, maybe a high 115. What time's he going to get? It's a 116.2. He goes ahead. Oh no, wait. Oh, my bad. He is not on pole. He is 4 thousandths off pole position. So very close up top between them two. We will now go on board with an Aston Martin. I believe that is on a hot lap. It's Ninja Penguino. He is on the medium compound and he's already invalidated. That's not what we want to see there. A few drivers just making a couple little mistakes, but it happens, it happens. So we'll go on board now with Gogo as he is on the he's on the medium compound, who has also invalidated coming up through the S section, and it is really easy to do it through there. So we'll go on board with the AlphaTauri, who has looked like he has just got through the S section of Apex, and he is on the soft compound, so we'll see what time he can do here, just keeping it together through the final sector. Going a little bit wide into a turn, I'm not sure what turn that is, but anyway, coming into the last turn, it doesn't look like it's going to be the quickest of times, but it's still going to be probably a decent banker lap as he's not got one down yet. So a 117.9, so that does put him in P8, narrowly behind Naylor and Nilla, who have both done a 117.8. But we will hop now on board with who is on a hot lap. Doesn't look like anybody is. So we'll stay on board with Nilla, who's just about to start his hot lap. Obviously he is in P7 right now, and we know he can do very quick times, getting P2 last time out, putting the Haas on the 1-2 spot. So we'll stay on board with him and see what he does. Going into turn 1 now, you don't want to brake too late, but you also want to be turning in at the right time. It looks like we do have a Ferrari off there, why not be? So it looks like he's lost it coming into the first sector. But we'll hop back on board with the Haas of Nilla. He does run a little bit wide there, but then again, the game doesn't see it as an advantage, so he keeps his time. Coming up through the S section now. And he does invalidate, just pushing it that little bit too much, but that's what drivers have got to do to get their position up. So we will hop on board with the other Haas driver of Scroll, who is not far behind his teammate on track, but he is sat in P1 way ahead of his teammate at the moment. But we'll stay on board with him as the Ferrari does get out of the way, or the Ferrari has hit the wall again. So Scroll coming through the S section, looking like he does go a little bit wide there, but again, the game doesn't see that as an advantage. So maybe, oh no, he hasn't validated, never mind. So that's like why not be stopping on track, just making sure he gets out of the way of people. We will go on board with, let he slow down. Nilla looks like he might be going for another hot lap. We'll stay on board with Mohammed. He's just about to start his flying lap. Obviously a few cars ahead of him, so he might want to slow down so they don't get in his way. Or Creedon in the Alpine has already let him by, so he's only got the Ferrari in front to worry about. But looks like the Ferrari's coming to the pit, so now he has some clean air ahead of him, and we can see what time he can get down now. He has got a second to the car in front, so he has got some work to do to be able to catch up, but it's always possible. Looking good through the first couple corners. Just don't want to lose the back end coming out of that turn 3. No, Tulu, I didn't even say hello back. You're not getting a hello back. I'm joking, hello. So anyway, back to the F1. We see the Williams now coming up to the S section. I didn't actually see what time he was doing because I was looking at the chat. Tallulah, that is your fault. But through the S section now, does he invalidate? It's looking good so far, but here's the bit that catching everybody out. He doesn't invalidate, he keeps it together, so very good job through there. And right now he is 4 attempts down this time, and it does look like he has given up and aborted his lap. So we'll go back on board with the Aston Martin, as we know he can set some quick times. It does look like he is 1/10 up on his time at the moment, going through sector 1. Coming through the S section now. I'm not sad. Who's calling me sad? That's not nice. But anyway, through the bit that people are invalidating through, he does look like to keep it together, and it does look like he went through the S section at a very quick speed. He is 8/10 up on his time, so if he just keeps this together, he will be on pole position. As we know, he can set some very quick times, but he did try and do a hot lap, made a little mistake in validating, and he's made another little mistake there from the driver, Aston Martin, who has invalidated once again. It did look like he would have been on pole there, so unfortunate for him. But we will go now on board with the other Aston Martin, who is also 8/10 up on his time, looking to jump ahead of P5 of Mohammed in the Alpine. Doesn't look like it's going to be quick enough to get any further ahead. Never mind, ignore me. That is P4 for the Aston Martin. So P4 and P5 for Aston Martin looking good there, and Ferrari P2 and P3. So definitely got a little constructors fight on our hands there. But we will now hop on board with... Who are we going to hop on board with? Who is on a hot lap? Doesn't look like anybody. So we'll stay on board with... Who's coming in? Nah, no one. Where's everybody gone? Is Gogo about to start his hot lap? I hope so. We'll stay on board with Gogo and see what time he can do. Maybe he took an extra lap to warm up his tyres. So now coming into turn 1. See how he keeps this together through turn 1, 2 and 3. Going over the bumps a little bit, but I know that is the quicker route, and he does go a little bit wide and also invalidates, so another invalidation for him there, which isn't what you want to see. But we will now hop on board with Apex, who is on medium tyres, and he is setting a quicker time by 3 temps, so we'll stay on board with him and see if he can jump ahead of possibly into P6. So we'll see what he can do coming into the final corner, and he does have somebody behind him, I believe. Never mind, Apex is going to come into the pits. But we'll go back on board with Ninja Penguino, as he was 8/10 up on his time previous. See what he can do this time round, and try not to invalidate, as that's what brought him out in the last corner. Looking good through the first couple corners. Getting very close to the apex. No, the curb. Just pushing the limits of the car, but that's what you got to do. Looking rather smooth through here. So looking good through sector 1. I didn't actually see what time he has done to see if he has improved on his time or not, which is my bad, but we'll stay on board with him as he goes through the S section. Not the nicest to drive through, and he has invalidated again through the S section, so another invalidation there for the Aston Martin driver, which is unfortunate. But we'll go back on board with Why Not Beast, who is 1/10 up on his time going into the final turns. See what he can do, if he can keep this together as he crosses the line, and it is slightly slower than his time, so he must have lost some time in that final corner. And the Haas driver cutting the track, Mazepin. Anyway, we'll go back on board with... Who will we go on board with? Gogo's actually 3/10 up on his time, so we'll stay on board with him, as he could be pushing for P6 here. No. Yes. No, P7. Oh, he's 8/10 up. Alright, yeah. No. Yes. No, P7, P7, P7. He can get P7 here. And he is closely followed by a Ferrari, who is also on their hot lap, I believe. Nope. No. I see a Ferrari behind him, no. Mate, there's a Ferrari behind him, but like the Ferraris are... Okay, I'm seeing things. Anyway, Gogo does go into P6, so a really good lap from him, from the McLaren driver. So we will now go on board with... No, there was a Ferrari. I wasn't seeing things. We'll go on board with... Lewis the Baker as he is 2.5 tenths up on his time going through sector 1. And it says I have 8 comments, but I can only see 4, so I'm sorry if I don't reply to your comments. And it looks like Mohammed is actually retired from this session. I'm not sure where that is. And obviously the McLaren driver just getting in the way a little bit. And we have missed the lap from the Aston Martin driver, which does put in P1 with a 1:15.6. Apologies for missing that, but anyway, good job to him. And it does look like qualifying has ended, so the last couple drivers getting their laps down. Naylor actually 1.3 seconds. No, that's wrong, surely. Yeah. The game's bugging out, isn't it? That's the time he's just set at 1:16.5. Okay, so it does look like there won't be much improvement from the top 4. As Niller's doing some donuts for us while other drivers are setting hot laps and he knocks over the bollard. Anyway, we'll go on board with Gogo as he's not even on a hot lap. Who is on a hot lap? Apex looks to be on a hot lap, so we'll stay on board with him and see if he is improving. It does look like a little bit quicker than this time previous. But when he crosses the line, what's it going to be? A 1:16.9, so that is enough to put him. 1:16.5, so that is enough to put him into P7, P5, P6, P7, all within half a tenth, more or less, to each other. So very close from those drivers there. But we'll wait for the last couple drivers to cross the line, then we'll be into the race as we have the Aston Martin driver taking a victory lap just because he's in pole. But he is 8 tenths ahead of P2, so it does 6 tenths. Oh my god, my maths is so bad. Apologies there, I just had to quickly go do something and now my dog splashed in my room. Can't you go away? Joking, I love my dog, guys. Oh, there we go. Right, so we'll just wait for the drivers to ready up. I believe that's what we're doing, right? I haven't missed the whole race, have I? We'll just wait for them to ready up and then head to the grid for their formation lap. So they are on for the formation lap. Looks like Cruising is lagged out, which is always good. Now I'm just going to quickly get my charger so my controller doesn't die. And then we'll run through the grid. So in P1 we have Ninja Penguino in the Aston Martin, a really fast time he set, and we also just had the pit stop strategy pop up. So soft hards or soft mediums looks like it would be the strategy. Personally, I'd go for soft medium, as I believe that would probably be the fastest one. But in P2 we have Scroll of the Hash driver. He pole last time out, couldn't quite get pole this time, as the Aston Martin driver did fly away with it in this one, but he will still be looking to score as higher position as he can. And then in third we have Why Not Beast, who is right next to his teammate in the Ferrari of Lewis De Beeker, who's this is his first race in Division 2, so good luck to him. Obviously starting P4, that's a very strong start. Then we have Naylor, the other Aston Martin driver, in P5, looking like a very solid time in qualifying. And then we have Mohammed in the Williams, who is in P6. Did qualifying, but still looking like he's got some decent pace. Apex, a little bit further down than I would have expected, but nevertheless, he will probably show us his race pace in these 36 laps that are to come. Gogo in the McLaren, starting a little bit further back than he probably wishes. I believe he started P4 last week. I might be wrong, somewhere around there. But obviously on his own for McLaren today. The Hash driver of Nilla in P9. Pretty shocking to see him that far down, as he was in P2, but as we see, he does start on the medium compound, so he is going for an alternate strategy which could play his part later in the race. And then we have Cruisen in the Alpine. So we'll hop back on board with Ninja Penguino for the start of the race. Oh no, what have I done? What have I done? Uh-oh, we're gonna miss that. Oh no. Right, okay, so we'll stay on board with Ninja Penguino for the start of the race, as we have a lot of drivers leaving. Is this a glitch or like, what's going on? Don't tell me the lobby's gonna have to restart. Well, what's happened here? I think we're gonna need a restart of the session, as it looks like everybody has somehow disconnected from the race. A few drivers disconnected. Okay, I'll have to go set up the lobby. This is the third time already. The second time in 3 races. Not looking good, but never mind. Right, I have to set up the lobby again, as unfortunately a few drivers have managed to lag out of the race, which isn't good. So we'll get them back in. I have to do a custom grid as well. Crying. What track was it? Mexico. Weekend structure. And it was dry. I'm just making sure I got everything correct. I believe everything is correct. Right, I'll send over the invites now for the drivers. Don't bother with formation. I will not be bothering with. I have no friends online. Right, who do we have? You. I'll just invite everyone. And a few more to invite, and then hopefully we can get straight back into it. Right, I'm gonna have to go back on the stream to find the results, unless Taboola has got the results. Oh, right, and I need to change the formation map. No, that's not there. No, wait, where is it? Hold on. Oh, rules and flags, isn't it? No, I've just turned it on. It's already off. Oopsies. Right, I've just been sent the grid. Okay, right. So it's like everybody is in, and then I need to quickly sort out the grid, which will be in weekend structure, grid editor. Right, so in first we had Ninja Penguino. You have to be moved up, and then second we have scroll, and one will be sent this beaker, sorry. Then we had Naylor. Mohammed, then Apex, and then is that correct? And then we had Anime last. Let's quickly go back into it and make sure it is all correct. Yep. Oh, my phone's breaking. Everything's going bad. Why? Right, I believe that is correct. I'm sorry if it's wrong. You just kind of start in the wrong position. Just kidding. Right, so it does look like we've now got everybody in the race. But make sure Anime is in the correct position and not starting for. Oh god, what have I done? Oh, I'm ruining everything. Grid editor, and then Anime should be last. Right, okay, cool. Better tell them to ready up, and then we get straight back into this. Wait, who's left? Somebody's disappeared. Okay, somebody's managed to disappear. There we go. Just give him a little bit of time to rejoin. If we don't get a reply from him, it's like we're just gonna have to go with 9. Just making sure that we get the last driver in. I think we might have to. Okay. Looks like he isn't going to join, so we'll just get the drivers to ready up now. And we'll see what happens from there. As we just wait for the go-go to ready up. Right, so we'll just wait for the drivers to load into the game. Where's all these comments coming from? Oh my, I'm on 25. It's a personal record. Penguino's fault. Lobby is glitched and keep Penguino. Oh right, that was beforehand though. No, I don't think it was Penguino's fault. I think it was just the lobby glitching. So we will start in 20 seconds. Right, so the drivers will be going straight away when the lights disappear. Well, when the cars go. Okay, and they're off. Right, okay, it looks like Ninja Penguino does get a very good start. Also, what Lewis the Beaker actually getting a very good start off the bat, looking to get past his teammate, and that looks like Mohammed going around the outside, looking for a move up the inside into turn one. Is he going to do it? He's going to sneak behind the two Ferraris there, as I think there is a little bit of contact, and somebody has lagged out. So, other Aston Martin driver making up a few places within that battle, squeezing his way through, and further down we have Apex in 6, who has gained a position on Mohammed in the Alpine, but as further upfield, it's like Ninja Penguino is away. Scroll in the Hascar trying to keep up behind, but it looks like he has got pressure from the Ferrari, and the Aston Martin just behind the Apex now, trying to keep up, making very big gains speed. Unfortunately, Lewis the Beaker has lagged out the session, so hopefully he is back in as quick as he can get, but we will go back on board with Nail. Oh no, go. Gogo is right behind Mohammed as he does run wide there, but we'll stay on board with him and see if he makes a move. But further up we also have the Aston Martin right behind the Ferrari. We'll stay on board with Naylor and see if he can get past the Ferrari, or why not Beast. So coming down the long Mexican straight, we'll see if he can get in front of the Ferrari as Lewis the Beaker does come back and rejoins. He is quite far back now, so that's really unfortunate for him. But nevertheless, we have Naylor trying to make a move on Why Not Beast in the Ferrari. Further down, we also have Gogo trying to make a move past Mohammed. As you can see there, Ninja Penguino flying ahead of this one, ahead of the Hash driver, who he is already out of the DRS zone, and also the Ferrari is now out of the DRS zone of the Haas, so first and second trying to pull away as much as they can in this one. But we will stick on board with the Aston Martin, and also we will try and keep an eye on the McLaren, as they are looking to be going rather fast, and it does look like it glitched out a bit. Okay, it looks like Naylor has been given a 3-second time penalty already on lap 2 for exceeding track limits, so that's not looking good there for him, exceeding track limits that much already on lap 2, but he's just got to be a little bit more careful for the rest of the race now and try and not get another penalty. But we'll stay on board with him and see if he can make a move on the Ferrari. It doesn't look like he's going to be close enough, but we'll go back down the order. It doesn't look like the McLaren or Gogo will be close enough either. Naylor trying to push to get enough space between him and the Ferrari to make that move, but going into turn 1 doesn't look like he's going to have enough of a gap to be able to do it. But pushing down this straight now, will he be able to make the move down here without DRS behind? Is he going to make it? He's going around the outside as the Ferrari does defend the inside line. Naylor taking the wider line through here to get the much more speed out of the corner, but it doesn't look like he's going to have enough straight to be able to make that move. So going into the S section now, he's still behind the Ferrari, but DRS is open next lap, and it does look like he's lost it and he's put it in the wall. So it looks like we have a Aston Martin out there who has just lost the front of the car on the curb, and we do know in this game the curbs are very dangerous. So it does look like we have a virtual safety car for this one. So we'll go back up on board with Ninja Pinguino as he is already 3 seconds ahead. So looking like a very big gap for him. But we'll stay on board with Gogo as he is trying to get past Mohammed. Doesn't look like he's going to have enough gap here to make a move down into turn 1. Going into the next DRS straight now. Will he be able to make a move? He does look like he does get the better exit. DRS is... oh, it's virtual safety car. I'm trying to commentate on something that's under virtual safety car. That's not good. So we'll just wait for the virtual safety car to come in when it decides to. And it does look like there it has ended, and also DRS is now open, and it does look like Mohammed has pulled a massive gap under virtual safety car on Gogo there, and now Gogo has got the pressure of the Ferrari, but further up the field with Why Not Beast right behind the house of Scrolled. So can Why Not Beast get past Scrolled here with the DRS advantage? But also behind him is Apex, who will have DRS on Why Not Beast. So Scroll could get overtaken twice here, but doesn't look like there's going to be a big enough gap for even Scroll to get overtaken once. But further down, we have Lewis the Beaker trying to get into but from there, but we'll go back up on board with the Ferrari and the Haas. So the Ferrari right on the back of the Haas going through the S section now. Coming up to the S section now. The Ferrari does already have a penalty in hand, so that is going to be a play. That is going to play a huge part in the end of the race. A little bit further back, it looks like Lewis the Beaker is trying to get past Mohammed. He tries and goes up the inside. It's very close indeed. The Williams does run a little bit wide, but just hanging on there is the Williams. But will he be able to make a move now going into the final corner on the straight? Does look like he is getting the better exit. Does look like Mohammed actually got the better exit there. So we'll see now if Lewis the Beaker will be able to have the pace, and further up we've missed it. Why Not Beast has just got past Scroll, and Apex is going to try and get one up the inside. Just not able to do it, but he is looking like he's going to be getting a much faster exit out of here. Like he is past Scroll. But further back we have Lewis the Beaker trying to get past the Williams as well in the exact same spot. Apex tried getting him past on the same straight. He's going to go around the outside here. Will he be able to make the move? Oh, again, very close indeed. Got to give other drivers room, absolutely. But it looks like there was enough room there for the Williams. So very good move there from the Ferrari. As we move a little bit further up, looks like Apex is trying to stay on the back of the Ferrari. Why Not Beast, who is looking very fast and looking like he is wanting to pull ahead from this and get out of the DRS train that they were just in. But the half driver of Scroll looking like he wants his position. He wants to get second place back as he has lost 2 positions on one straight, which I'm sure he is not happy about. It does look like he does lose the back end a little bit there, which does mean he's not going to be in the DRS zone. There, but Gogo further down trying to get past the Williams of Mohammed. Will he be able to do it on this straight? As he does get very close to the wall, we might have a little bit of damage there. Doesn't look like he is going to be close enough to be able to make a move going into the first turn. Up a little bit down. Never be too sure. But we will stay on board. He's the only one close to another car at the minute. Doesn't look like he can make a move out of this DRS straight either, so he's just got to stay behind him and try and get a good exit on the final turn to be able to get past the Williams. He's going to try and get past him now before the S section. That's very brave, but it looks like he's going to tuck him behind for the F section. Staying very, very close indeed through here. Looking good. He does run a little bit wide again. Not sure if he's getting exceeding track limits there, because he does look to be losing a little bit of time on the car in front, so the game might not be penalising him for that. Just trying to stay on the back of the Williams now. It does look like the Williams has formed a pretty big gap, so I'm not sure if he's going to be able to gain advantage, but it does look like the Williams does get a good exit out of that turn 1, and now going down to DRS straight. He's 8 tenths ahead, so he should be good. But further up we have the Hash driver Scroll trying to get back at Apex, who has actually closed the gap to half a second now. Oh, well, 8 tenths. No, half a second. Wait, no, hold on. Apex has closed the gap to the Ferrari of Why Not Beast. And up ahead we have Ninja Penguino, who's currently flying ahead with this one. But we'll bring our attention back down to the battle here. For P2, Why Not Beast does now have 6 seconds worth of penalties, so it's not looking good for him in terms of this freeway battle that they have going, but there's still another 28 laps to go, if my maths is correct. So we'll stay on board with, who do we stay on board with? The McLaren? Doesn't look like he's close enough, so we'll stay on board with the Haas for the DRS streak that's coming up now as they go through the detection zone, which is quite a bit early compared to where the DRS actually opens. So now will Scroll be close enough to be able to gap? Looks like Apex does not get DRS on the car in front, but nevertheless he is gaining not much actually. But it doesn't look like Hash driver will be able to make a move into that one, as Ninja Penguino does get a 5-second time penalty, so our leader there getting the penalty, so a safety car near the end of the race could play a big part in his race there. But we'll hop back down to the McLaren, who is right behind the Williams and trying to get past him now for the last couple of laps. Will he be able to do it on this attempt? Getting very close. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to make the move, so he is stuck behind him again for the start of this lap. But will he make a move before the S section? He tried it before, will he try it again? Doesn't look to be a risk he's willing to take, so we'll hop back on board with him when he is going down the DRS straight. But right here we have Scroll in the Haas, looking like he's trying to get past Apex. Apex does go defensive and Scroll doesn't take the move, as Apex looks to have it blocked off. But we'll hop back on board now with the McLaren, as is he going to be close enough to make a move? No, he's not. So we'll hop now back up to Scroll, Apex and Why Not Beast in this freeway battle for P2. Doesn't look like there's going to be close enough for him. But down, it looks like Gogo does get past. No, Mohammed comes in. So looks like Mohammed is going for an early pit stop there. What tyres is he going to put on? It does look like Why Not Beast is just being overtaken by Apex going into turn 1. I'm sorry I missed that. But we'll hop quickly back on board. Mohammed's actually going back on the softs. But, oh no, I'm going to sneeze. No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. Right. Sorry about that. So now we got the Ferrari right on the back of the AlphaTauri here. The Haas just keeping on in this DRS train, keeping within that 1 second gap, waiting for a move that he can make. Sitting back, letting these two fight it out is a smart choice indeed. Maybe start thinking about possibly an undercut on these two, putting on the medium tyres earlier than you would normally do to be able to break that DRS train. But anyway, we'll stay on board Why Not Beast here, as he looks to be right up the back of Apex. Will he be able to make a move going down the straight? I think he will. And it does look like Scroll is coming into the pits now to make that undercut move, so my guess would be that he comes onto medium tyres or possibly soft tyres. We'll see what he does. He does do medium, so he must be going for a soft medium, which I totally agree with. I think it is the fastest strategy right now, but we'll stay on board with the Ferrari. Oh, and the Ferrari loses the back end. Will he hit the wall? now it looks like the car is okay, and he is passed by Lewis the Beaker there, of his teammate, but very lucky to keep the car together there. So Scroll now has just got to put in a decent lap to be able to get past Apex and get ahead of him in the DRS train to be able to break that gap and then pull. But we'll see what Apex does. If I was Apex right now, I would pit to cover off Scroll, but we'll see what he does. And it does look like further down, Gogo is still trying to get past that Williams of Mohammed. What about this has been between the 6th and 7th of the Williams and McLaren so far. Obviously, Gogo is on the medium tyres while Mohammed is on the soft, so rather frustrating for Gogo, I would imagine, being on the medium tyres, not being able to get past. It does look like Apex does come into the pits, but the question is Stroll going to be able to put in a good enough lap to be able to get past Apex? I think he will. And obviously our race leader Ninja Penguino coming into fit. I can't actually see the tyres. Well, let me change. He's coming. Is that the softs? Looks like he has put on the soft tyres if I'm correct. But where is Scroll going to come out compared to Apex? It does look like Scroll is going to come out in front of Apex. The undercut has worked there, but will he be able to make a big enough gap between him and the AlphaTauri? Ideally he needed one more lap Apex to stay out for, but looks like Apex had the undercut covered. Obviously losing the position in the process, but not too far behind. Looks like Ninja Penguino has actually come in to fit the soft, so he must be going for the soft medium, which I think is a little bit slower than the soft medium, but we will see, as it looks like he just exceeded track limits there a little bit going into the session. Looking rather smooth as well. No wonder he's down front. It's so smooth for that. Staying in gear 6, which is very interesting through there. But we'll hop back on board with the AlphaTauri and the Hash Scroll. See if he can make a move. It looks like he has fallen behind a little bit, so obviously the colder tyres not playing as well, but obviously Gogo still trying to get past that Williams. Shouldn't be too long now. Mohammed will be coming in to pit, but then Gogo will be much lower as Mohammed has got the fresher tyres, so no. Why has it done that to me? Is the stream still up? I don't know. What has happened here? Okay, I need the invite back. Tallulah, invite me back. Let's hope I can quickly get back into the race, because that's weird. We'll just wait for the invite from Tallulah. There we go. Hopefully we have not missed much in the back. The session no longer is. Oh god, what's happened? I'm gonna. This ain't good. Can I have another one? Let me see if there is a way to, like, I am online. Like I can make a new session. No? Like, would I be able to? Yeah, I can join one. Correct? Yeah. So I am connected. Why is it not letting me back in? It's booted me out. See if we can rejoin. Just says an error has occurred again. We'll try and join Nailers. The session no longer assists. This is not what we want. This ain't the commentary of the race. The game doesn't want us to commentate on it. Well, that's not good. I'm gonna restart my game. I believe it will. Actually, hold on. I don't think it will stop the stream. So